I want the logo bigger. I want a different color. I know I already approved this, but I still want to make this actual change. Hey, I want to add more to this particular engagement. Can we do this? But I don't want to pay any more. Does this sound familiar? Well, if you're experiencing this, you're avoiding or you're experiencing scope creep. And this is the number one thing that is actually holding agencies back is they're getting crushed by scope creep. And I want to go over 5 ways to avoid scope creep for your digital agency. Number 1 is setting clear expectations and deliverables. Now, this starts on day number 1 when you're actually chatting with your prospect, not with chatting with your client after they have agreed on everything, but chatting with your prospect and really making sure you're laying out here's the clear deliverables and here's the expectations, and really doing this in the proposal. Too many people are too vague on their proposal and they get eaten alive. They basically say, yeah, give me 10 grand and we'll do anything. And then you're going to get crushed and you're not going to be making a bunch, the money that you actually need. Your agency is going to be making more, but you're going to be losing profit. And these are one of the profit leaks that we're going to be talking about. And scope creep is the number 1 profit leak that I'm seeing. And today I want to go over even more of them. So the first one, really, like I was telling you, is setting clear expectations and deliverables on the proposal and being crystal clear. So if you were designing websites, how many pages are you going to be designing? How many rounds of changes are you going to have? What elements are on the website? Be very descriptive and have them sign off on it. Number 2 is really managing sign-offs and approvals. When we were engaging with clients, we had many milestones, and each milestone we would have the clients sign off. So if at any point they said they want to make a change, I'll be like, hey, you approve this. So for example, if we were designing a website, we would start with a concept of the homepage and then a concept of this page and this page. And we would let them know what are the different variables that can change, which are the fixed and the constants that will not. And letting them know right off the bat is if there was a change, there's going to be additional fee. So that's number 2. Number 3 is telling them when they're outside of scope. Too many agencies don't tell them, look, your client's not trying to take advantage of you. They don't know better. That's why they came to you to solve this problem with your solutions. So educate them on, hey, this is out of scope. And one of the ways you can actually do this is by number 4, doing a $0 change order. So when someone would come to our team and say, hey, I want you to do this, and my team would say, oh, this is only going to take 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and under an hour. Let's go ahead and do that for them. If you started adding up all that, you're not going to realize how much money you're giving away. I started tracking this. We were giving away over $300,000 every year from these little change orders. So I wanted to make it stop. So what I started doing was doing a $0 change order. So when a client came to us wanting something additional, and if it was under an hour, we'd say, let's do a $0 change order. We'll do it twice. So basically the most we'll give away is 2 hours. But if the clients start really coming to you, you're going to have a lot more. And what we're trying to do is really set them up for the big one when they come to the big request. Because the clients are not going to remember. They're going to be like, why is he trying to charge us on this? So we would do a $0 change order. We'd say, look, it normally would take an hour, and this is our hourly rate. And then we'll cross it out. And we'd say, we're going to do it for you. Just sign here. And we'd physically make them sign the $0 change order. So now they're going to remember that we gave them stuff. So then when they come to us for even more, and even the bigger ones, they're not going to have that bad attitude when we say, hey, this is out of scope. The last one, number 5, is stop over delivering. A lot of times as you're constantly raising your prices for new clients coming in, you think you have to do more for them. You still have to deliver results, but a lot of times we're just over delivering and we're like, oh, let's just really just flood all the things we're actually doing for them and really wow the client without charging them. So you need to really get a handle on that so you can make sure your profits are not leaking away. So to kind of recap on the 5 things, set clear expectations and deliverables up front. Number 2 is manage the approvals and sign-offs. Number 3, you got to let them know that they're out of scope. Number 4 is do the $0 change order. I promise that will help. And number 5 is stop over delivering. Now I'm putting together a lot of videos, so make sure you actually subscribe, because on the next video, I'm going to talk about, maybe you can click it here if I've already done it. I'm going to talk about the other profit leaks that are leaking out of your agency, because, hey, isn't it the worst thing is your agency's growing, but you're making less money? It should be the opposite, right? Or who cares if the top line revenue is actually growing, but I want your profit to increase. So then you can afford the right people. You can afford to pay your team the most that you can possibly do. So make sure you subscribe. And until next time, have a swank day.